New Loki trailer dropped today, and he is time traveling. Well, we're going to find out all this and much more on today's episode of the Miami Geeks. Stay tuned. Yo, yo, yo! What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates, brought to you by DigitalCrackNetwork.com. I'm your host, Punisher305, and with me, as always, old school gaming specialist, Uncle Willie.
Monday.
Yeah.
Mondays suck.
I was going to say that pretty much happens after Sunday, but yeah.
Yeah, but Sunday doesn't suck anywhere near as much as Monday does.
You're actually right about that. It does. It does suck.
Like, all right, I get it. First day of the week, it's the back to the doldrums of work. But fuck, I had a really nice Sunday. I had a really nice Easter Sunday.
I think we all did, to be honest. I had a great one.
Well, mine was good, which is not usual.
Well, it is true, because you really have like little sucky Sundays. Yeah, that's right.
Sundays are usually my day to do my best impersonation of a rock.
Oh, that's
work.
Amazing.
I just sit at home and play video games and watch TV and technically try to be a black hole. Like, nothing around me.
You see that I like your enthusiasm in that, Willie.
But this Sunday was nice. I got to spend it with family and friends. We had a great time, and then I, basking in the glory, driving home, saying, doing a little Ice Cube. Today was a good day. Nice. And then I have to wake up at fucking 8 o'clock in the morning because goddamn work.
And you know what, Willie?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. This segment is brought to you by D2D. Use promo code MIAGeeks10 to save 10% on your next purchase order. That's MIAGEEKS10. All in caps, description down below. You know the drill, guys. Copy the promo code, click on the link, put it on the shopping cart, and that's 10% saved. And also, in the site alone, they have an additional couple percentage off on certain items. So, guys, make sure to pass by, get some of those items, use a 10% discount, and treat yourself to something awesome. And as always, please make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just to know when we come with this amazing news, which is 3 times a week, guys. You can't go wrong. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And as always, we also slip in a little something in between, so make sure to catch that as well. Okay, Willie. And now, let's get started.
You got to make it stop sounding like I'm the only person that cares about that. I just made an observation one time, and now that's mine.
Oh yeah.
No.
If you had never said nothing, I would have just gone with it. Gone with the win and whatever. But since you wanted to point it out, I was like, you know what? This will be for Willie.
All right. Then allow me to point something else out.
Oh shit! Here we go. What?
Supposedly isn't a word.
Ah. Yes, you're right. I know, but it's still in the fucking book.
No, well, it is now. It doesn't make it right.
No, it doesn't. But
finna is also in a dictionary now. And the moment I heard that, I finna have a fit.
Man, because the grammar kills you, Willie. It does.
I know. I'm not a grammar Nazi. I'm just a grammar enthusiast.
Well, Willie, being that everything in grammar really affects you, let's see how this story affects you. So we got news last week and earlier this week as well about analysis. 2,000 digital-only games will disappear from the PlayStation Store. Closes its store. Why? Okay. So technically, over 2,000 digital-only games will no longer be available for purchase when the Sony store closes for the PSP, PS Vita, and the PS3. So now, let's talk. Go.
That's a huge number, and that needs to be clarified a bit.
Okay.
It's over 2,200 digital-only games that will disappear.
Yeah.
But 336 of them are PS2 classics.
Okay.
Meaning they were PS2 games that were made available for the PS3 and, possibly the Vita.
All right.
Those games don't disappear because they were PS2 games, so there are physical copies that people may still have. 260 of them are PS1 classics. Those were mainly for the PSP and Vita, although some were on the PS3 as well. Again, those were PS1 games, so there are physical copies. Those games aren't going to disappear. Games that will disappear include 293 PlayStation Minis, which were mainly for the PSP Go, because the PSP Go was the digital-only version of the PSP. And there's not going to be any way to play those games anymore if you haven't bought them already.
I see.
There's a bunch of games on the PS3 and the Vita, a total of 1,360 games there that are digital only. A lot of them are available, though, on Xbox. And so when they disappear here, and then I'm talking about titles like Beyond Good and Evil HD, Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light, both Bionic Commandos games, and an Infamous game.
Oh.
No, I take it back, not the Infamous game. But those games I just mentioned before, they'll be Xbox exclusive. The Infamous game is one of the titles that'll disappear because it was a mobile-only version of Infamous that will not be available anywhere else. Some of these games you can say they're inconsequential, but they're not inconsequential to the indie studios that made them in a lot of cases.
Okay.
I've said it before, I am for preservation of games. Anytime somebody does something, a company or a publisher or whatever does something to make a game unavailable for anyone who wants to throw money at it, that's a bad thing. You should be able to play games, fine, at a different platform, or you retrofit an older platform to play them. You should be able to. They won't do it. Guess who will? The answer is pirates.
Oh no, of course, dude. So, come on.
This kind of shit encourages piracy. Think about it. Okay? If you were to buy a PSP right now,
Yes.
that means that right after June, you will never be able to play Chowaniki Zero.
Oh yeah, of course, because I need it.
And I know that you're heartbroken about that.
No. Extremely. My
I know you're
heart
I know
fluttered
that,
to the hell of my stomach right now.
Yeah, I know that game was one that you hold very dear to your heart.
Of course.
Maybe a bit lower, like
because
somewhere below the waist. You were saying?
I was saying, yeah, of course, sure.
Yeah, but still, these. And I'm not talking about all indie games here. There's a Lumines game in here. There's a Spelunker, which is a really good indie title. Rain, Planet Mini Golf is fun. High Velocity Bowling is okay. It's bowling, fine. But that's not the point. They don't have to be like heavy hitter games for people to give a shit about them. The PS Vita, of course, is the hardest hit of them all because I don't think Sony ever liked the Vita.
I don't think so either. That thing was very short-lasted, from what I remember.
Did you notice that the thing's not even 10 years old?
No, I know. It was barely.
It's not even 10 years old. And, okay, it didn't sell very well, but Sony also didn't put much behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a shame because there are a lot of good indie Vita games. I only got one recently because I didn't buy it at first. I wanted one, but I couldn't justify getting one before. I have one now, and there's quite a few really nice games there that you can't get anywhere else. Now,
we gotta trust the pirates now.
Well, the pirates will find a way. The Vita's been jailbroken before. It'll be jailbroken again, and you'll just have to download these games and sideload them yourself.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll just wait for the pirates or something at least to happen because there's nothing else to do, to be honest. As long you have to download these immediately or have them prepared before they shut down the whole server. So it's kind of like you're on wit's end trying to get everything done, and it's tiring, to be honest. It's very tiring.
This stuff has happened numerous times in the PC space.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole section of software that is basically forgotten about by its original, not by its original developers, but by the publishers that own the rights.
Okay.
They're called abandonware, and there are websites dedicated to nothing but downloading these games because there is no way for you to get them unless you find somebody who just happens to have a physical copy of it, and you're able to build a PC that's old enough to be able to run it. It's a shame, but these things happen, and I'm gonna say it again: the pirates will solve the problem. Good on them.
No, definitely, dude. You know, I mean, all we gotta do right now is to see what happens. Hopefully, we get some more out of this, and maybe, who knows, there might be a shining light there waiting for us to hit it soon, so we can get all those digital games. You know what I'm saying, Willie?
I hope so.
Yeah. But there's something bigger going on in the news, guys, and the FBI is investigating Counter-Strike Global Offensive for cheating. My God. So the FBI has reported investigation cheating in a professional Counter-Strike Global Offense match in North America. And the commissioner of the ESIC, Esports Integrity Commission, Ian Smith, said that the organization was working alongside with the FBI and ongoing investigation into, a relatively small but significant group of players over a long period of time, organizing matches, fixing in the North America NVL. So that's huge, man. To get the FBI into gaming now to pretty much find these cheats. That's crazy. What do you think, Willie?
A couple of years ago, I wrote an article that was posted on the Digital Crack website, kind of like tongue in cheek, saying that esports is a real sport now because cheating is involved. Esports has always been seen as, it's legit now. There's a lot of money being thrown around at it, but it's always been like a curiosity for me because, it's a sport. Technically, it is. People compete in it, and there's money to be had.
Yeah, we've been to a couple of events before. It's pretty awesome.
But I didn't see it as a proper sport until cheating started to happen.
Oh yeah,
because when you have a cheating scandal, you have a sport.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, it was with them fudging the rosters of players to have people that don't qualify and stuff like that in it, and other things too, like throwing money around to poach players and stuff like that. This is an actual an actual match fixing scandal. This is big time. So, listen, whenever there's a competition and there's money on the line, there's going to be cheaters. And if you can gamble on it, even more.
Yeah. But you know what, man? Being that the FBI is getting involved, I think that these cheaters, they're going to be getting a little handed to them. And I hope that with this type of scare, this kind of like levels the playing field in all sorts of gaming events for all sorts of esports games and stuff like that, guys. Because I personally think if you're gonna be cheating, do it on your own time. Don't do it for these type of competitions and stuff like that. It's just not worth it. It ain't.
Cheating.
If you can play. If you can't, just don't do it.
Cheating in general is shit.
Yeah.
But it's gonna happen. You're not gonna get. Any athlete is ultra competitive. You can now include esports athletes as actual athletes.
Yeah.
Whatever they do to gain advantage, they're gonna do it. And if in this case, if they can get more money out of it, oh hell yeah, they're gonna do it.
I don't know. I still say they can go fuck themselves. I don't care. Whatever.
I have no horse in this race. So personally, it doesn't affect me, but it does. This cannot feel good to people who actually follow esports and who actually care about these things.
No, definitely, man. Look, like for instance, a lot of our friends from Esports Miami, D2D, also, we follow these type of events, and we will love to be there, support them, and everything. But if there's going to be cheating involved, it's not worth it. If you can, like I said again, if you can play and you can play good, go ahead, do your shit. But if you're gonna be behind a computer and be like, yeah, I'm gonna put auto aim and this, and that, just win a couple $100 and stuff like that to cheat my way through this, it sucks. That's why I prefer, if you guys gonna be doing some sort of esport tournament or something like that. I mean, especially now with all the whole human malware, but an open arena or something that you guys can go in and participate and play there in person while you're getting your eye, pretty much keeping an eye on you. I'm all in for that. That's just my opinion, though. What do you think, Willie?
Listen, it's going to happen. You need to have authorities in place that can look down at this stuff, like can just trample on it before it gets out of hand. Okay. You never want to get anyone like the FBI involved in your own business.
No. I mean, dude, at all. But you know what, guy? Let's just keep it there. And let's see, we'll follow back to this hopefully soon, because this is pretty big news for the FBI to be getting involved in. But there are some other things that we want to talk about, and it's about Xbox gaming streaming app is now live in Windows via a sneaky download, which that sounds very perverted just thinking about it. But that's my brain. That's my freaking brain. Surprise, Xbox gaming streaming has hit the Stadia and all the other things, so you get to play 200 games for only $15 a month. That's awesome. But it also came onto Windows 10 PC. The catch for this thing is going to be, it's going to be ported for the Windows, but not officially out yet. So there's a bunch of people that actually found a way how to sneak it in. Willie, do you have any more information about this?
I'm going to try this as soon as we're done here, because I said before, like Xbox game streaming.
Yeah.
Well, you saw it because I showed you and I showed cousin Jose. It's a lot of stuff.
No, it's a lot.
There are over 200 games in the service, and that's including EA Play. So it's a lot of titles. Like, seriously, Doom 64 is on it.
Mm-hmm.
Halo 5 is on it. Not Halo 5, Halo 4.
Yeah.
No, it's Halo 5 is on it too. Yeah, that's the whole Master Chief Collection. So it's all of them. Gears 5, Forza Horizon 4, Ori and the Blind Forest. All these games, you can play them on an Android device.
It's actually a good thing, dude. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually pretty hot especially for Xbox to do. I'm hoping and praying that PlayStation does something along the line, something similar to that. To keep the playing fields a little leveled.
The only thing that sucks about it for right now is still in beta, so I'll give them a break on it. Is that it doesn't play that well on cell service. Again, I bring up the thing where cousin Jose was trying to play Streets of Rage 4 and it was unplayable. But this little workaround that people have discovered puts the Xbox game streaming service on a level above Stadia, because it plays well. It has a shit ton of games, and $15 a month, it's better pricing what Stadia is offering. Because remember, Stadia, they'll stream the games, you still have to buy them. So yeah, I'm gonna try this. I suggest you try it so that you can try some of these games out.
I shall. So yeah, we'll give it a shot, and who knows, we might even show you a little video play of it. So let's see what happened, guys.
Yeah, you know what? They have Outriders on there now.
Oof.
We don't. I mean, I haven't talked a lot about games that. Well, Outriders is not a PC game per se, because it's available on consoles. But the PC version is getting a lot of talk. We don't really talk about these games. What's the other game that we were talking about the other day that we haven't really mentioned?
Ugh, I can't remember.
Valheim.
Right now. Oh, okay.
Valheim. It's a huge game. I personally haven't tried it because I think it's still in early access, and I tend to avoid early access games. But oh Jesus Christ, people love this game. I might have to get into it just for peer pressure.
The one game that I want to get back into, now that we're talking about like all games, I really want to get back into Rainbow Six again.
That was a good game.
It was.
My feelings on first person shooters. Well, I mean, mainly I suck at them. But I really enjoyed playing that game, especially when we were playing as a group.
Oh my god, I loved it. I honestly loved also when I messed with Joe, which it's still to this day one of my favorite memories.
That
When
was
he
MVP.
thought that he was gonna get like some sort of big trophy for not getting shot at and having a full bar or whatever for going in there and killing the terrorist, and I just said, well, let me get my shotgun and just blow his foot. Boof! And he was like, he got so mad. Oh my god! But it was just the best memory ever.
Yeah,
But the only
you know what?
huh?
You're the real MVP.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, because even then he didn't believe it was me. Memories.
Childish men. It's so
Yeah.
great.
It's great. But the only reason that I'm bringing up Rainbow Six is because Rainbow Six Parasite leaks yet again. But this time we have gameplay, guys, and a little bit of gunplay. There's more footage of Rainbow Six Parasite with a placeholder title for it was once Rainbow Six Quarantine has leaked online, showing an extraction mission starting an operative with the operative Ella. It looks pretty intense. It looks pretty good. There's been a lot of people taking it down. The DMCA has been ordered to take out a lot of these pictures, but we're going to give a little bit of it, just a little teaser here and there. So let's see what happens. And if you guys like it, that'd be awesome. We'll have it there online, and we might even have it also on our Miami Geeks Instagram, if you guys can check it out as well. But let me know what you guys think about that and everything else we're talking about down below. But we have to get down to something serious, which is Scalpers reckon you'll pay $2,600 for Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Willie, I know you haven't gotten this game yet, which I highly understand the reason why.
No. It's not. What yet? It's not available anymore.
No. Well, it's not available anymore, but we know that it's been out there for a bit and it's been harder for you to get it. But now with Scalpers pretty much saying that people will pay $2,000 for this fucking game, have they not heard that it's still available on digital?
No, it really isn't.
Digital.
I mean, there's a
even on
roundabout way
digital?
for you to do it. There's a roundabout way for you to do it, but you can't go onto Nintendo's on Nintendo's eShop and buy it.
Oh shit! Okay.
There was a way. You have to go to GameStop and buy a digital code from them.
Okay.
Whatever. Okay.
Either way, it's still accessible to grab, but just with a couple loops.
I would have been the one to grab it. I decided not to, and the reason why is simple. I already have all three games. Yeah, okay. It'll be great to play it on the Switch whenever I want, and it looks, it's a little bit upcycled, whatever. I don't care. I have Super Mario 64 on my Nintendo 64, and I have Mario Sunshine on my GameCube and Galaxy on my Wii.
Fine.
If I ever want to play those games, I have them there.
All right, cool.
As far as what these people are it's always going to be scalpers.
No, and it sucks, dude. And it sucks about that, dude. I hate that.
It sucks. But again, you have to remember, it's not illegal. It's just douchey.
Very.
Because this happens in collecting too. I remember my copy of Mario 64 was not the original one I had when I was younger. I bought it. I don't even remember where I bought it. I remember going to a flea market and I was going to buy some games, and the guy had a whole bunch of N64 games and he was selling for $5 a piece.
Yeah.
And I went and grabbed the Mario 64 and he goes, no, that one 15. Why? Because it's Mario. Yeah. It's also the most common game on the N64. Yeah, but it's Mario. All right, leave it there. I don't want it.
Okay, 10.
No, I didn't take it. Fuck it. I wasn't even going to haggle. Fuck you. No. People do that because they think, all right, this is something popular. Let me jack up the price. Because it's popular and people are going to want to buy it and they'll pay my price. No, they won't.
No, fuck
these
that
people
shit.
These people that are selling this for it's not just 20. Okay, the highest one is 2,600.
That's the highest. Yeah, that's the second.
It goes as low.
It's crazy.
As low as the bargain price of $587.
Again, they can kiss my ass because that's not.
No. There's no limit to the amount of ass they can kiss because I will not be buying it.
No, at all,
And
dude.
I pray that no one gets desperate enough that they feel they have to have this.
No,
From a
man.
collector standpoint, I can see why you would want it, but not at $2,600.
At all.
Not even at 580.
No. At all. At all.
But again, I have to call out Nintendo. They do this shit.
Yeah. And
They
then this is what
manufacture.
happens.
This is the toy maker in it. They manufacture artificial scarcity so that people can just claw at each other's throats to be fighting over their shit. I personally will not fight for their shit. Fuck them.
Pure garbage. I wouldn't do it. Luckily, I did it because reasons, and I got mine, so I'm happy about that. And don't worry, Willie, if you got to play it, I got you, dude. I got you. But then, yes.
I got the originals.
I know,
got
you got the originals.
And
Either way, so you're fine.
I have all three consoles connected. So
Yeah.
I can play it whenever I want.
Oh, definitely. Willie, you see, Willie's living in 2026 right now with older systems.
No, actually, I'm living in 2005 because I'm stressing about playing games like they came out back then.
My God. Man, that's crazy. Pero, Willie, I know how you feel about remakes and redos and not even a remake much. It's just like a part 3 for an older ass movie. But we need to bring this one up because it's very interesting at the fact that Ghostbusters Afterlife brings series back to life, says Bill Murray. And that's kind of saying a lot, being that Bill Murray was in and out of production with the first movie and didn't really want to do the second movie. But this one, he actually got to see it or even be in it. And he's saying that this series is going to bring back to life. Bill Murray has put a stamp of approval on Ghostbusters Afterlife, in other words. We have to keep it like that. I just think that this is actually going to be a good thing. Because I know he did the all women cast Ghostbusters, and he didn't really said much. He just was like, "Yeah, I'm going to be in it, and whatever." And when that movie really tanked, no words or anything came out of that man either. But he's saying things about this movie, and being that Jason Reitman is doing it. Working with them and all that, being that he's the son of Ivan Reitman, right?
Ivan Reitman, yeah.
Yeah. And he was in the original 2 movies as a kid with his father watching him make it. I feel that this movie will touch the nostalgic moment and also hit the new generation for this type of movie. I know you don't like this type of movies I got, Willie, but what are your thoughts about it at least, so we can have at least your point of view?
It's not that I don't like these kind of movies. It's that it gets tiring seeing that they don't want to explore new franchises. They want to keep exploiting old franchises. Yes, I get it. They gotta milk this cow for all it's worth. Fine, but I wasn't asking for another Ghostbusters movie.
Okay.
I had the original Ghostbusters. I was fine. The second one was okay. It wasn't all right. It wasn't that great, but it was okay. The female-led one, it wasn't a bad movie. I just didn't care. And I don't. It's not that. And it's not that I think this is going to be bad. It's that I don't care. And as for Bill Murray giving his seal of approval, am I going to be the one that has to remind people that Bill Murray's a dick?
No, I kind of said in the beginning that he was barely in production in the first movie and everything, and it was kind of hard to have him known that he's going to be in the movie because they have a documentary of this shit on Netflix if anybody's interested. They say that Bill Murray's fun or whatever, but he's a real dick. He even had a fight with Chevy Chase and Caddyshack and a bunch of other things. There's so much crap about him that I'm like, wow, I see him in a different light, but deep down I still find him funny in the movies. I mean, I can't really take him out of there.
I mean, I'm not going to sit there and say anything else against him because he and I have a lot in common.
Yeah.
We're both dickheads, but we're both funny.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
Trying to confess something to everybody?
So this segment is brought to you by D2D.
That's too early for that.
Okay, fine.
Whatever.
All right. It's too early. It's too early. I get it.
For people who want to see another Ghostbusters movie that has the DNA of the original, okay, here it comes. And I'm not going to sit here and shit on your desires. If you want this movie to come out, I hope it's everything you want it to be. I personally am not into it.
Well, we'll find out more once it comes out this year. And of course, we're going to be watching it and we'll review it and we'll tell you everything what we thought about it and more. So we'll keep an eye on that, guys. But today also, we get a new Black Widow trailer that, excuse me, that has more of an Avenger vibe. Well, would you say that, Willie?
Well, because a good portion of the beginning of it, I think the entire beginning of it, is just basically highlights of Black Widow and all the previous movies. So yeah, it is pretty much an Avengers. It's like an Avengers greatest hits thing at the
Got it.
beginning
True. I mean,
until they start showing off what they what the current movies are going to be about.
absolutely. I mean, look, first of all, we have to get it out there and let you guys know that it's coming out on July 9th. The movie is coming out July 9th. But within the trailer as well, we got a final trailer for the Black Widow that comes out and, it's pretty much nearby. Let's be honest. This times is flying and I can't wait that it comes out. But we get a good look at a Taskmaster and how he is like pretty much watching all her moves and learning it. And there's actually a part here that he's freaking doing like a somersault or something while blocking all of her shots because he knows her moves already. By far coolest shit.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Taskmaster is in the comics has the ability to see people's moves and copying them immediately, like a photographic memory for his reflexes and for his agility.
Yeah.
So he sees you fight and he devises counters for the way you fight immediately.
Yeah, at first he'll take a couple hits, but once he remembers, like, okay, he's going to hit me a couple times with his right jab or whatever, he's already prepared. Like, there's no stopping the guy.
Like, remember that scene? Remember that scene in Civil War where Cap is pounding the ever-having shit out of Iron Man?
Yes.
And Iron Man says, study his movements to Friday, and Friday says, okay, I'm ready. And he counters.
Yep.
Well, Taskmaster does that instantly.
Yeah. It's amazing. Amazing, dude.
I am dying to see this movie, but I'm curious.
About?
If this is another one of those Disney Plus movies, it's going to be one of those Disney Plus movies.
Actually,
where people have to pay an extra $30 in order to watch.
Well, yes, it is. But it's still going to be in theaters.
Yes, it is. But this is an interesting play by Disney. The reason why I say that, previously, the last two movies they did this with were Mulan and what was the other one? There were two movies they did this with.
Raya
was another one where you had to pay an extra $30 above your subscription in order to watch it at Disney Plus.
Yeah, and then the thing is that you pay the $30 and you have it, but you can wait. What is it, like 2 weeks more before it comes out on Disney Plus?
Yes, I think another 2 weeks. Now, Mulan was a movie that didn't really hit theaters here. It hit theaters in China because that was Disney's big play for China, making a live action Mulan. That movie didn't do well here. It didn't do well in China either. Raya was another play where it wasn't theaters, but they threw the $30 charge and put it on Disney Plus just in case people still weren't comfortable going to theaters. That movie didn't do too well. In fact, the only big Disney movie that came out in Disney Plus and did well was Soul, and that one was available with just your subscription price. Now they're doing this with a Marvel movie and a highly anticipated Marvel movie. I'm curious as to whether or not the gamble's going to work this time.
I don't know. We're going to have to see. Being that this is going to be a Marvel movie, I'm kind of interested to see what's going to happen. I mean, I'm not going to pay the $30 because I will love to go to the theaters and see this movie. Honest to God, I will pay for the theaters to go. Or wait the 2 weeks when it comes out on Disney Plus. But either way, I want to see this movie. And because I'm a huge Marvel fan.
I am too, but I'm not willing to spend $30 on top of Disney Plus to see this movie.
No, I
I don't
won't
need
either. I'd
I don't
rather
need
wait
to
the
see it
2 weeks
badly.
if I have to.
Yeah, I don't need to see it that badly.
No.
And I would love to go to theaters, but not this past weekend, the weekend before.
Okay.
Remember I told you that we were going to this Harry Potter thing, thing that was called the Boozy Cauldron,
Of course, I remember.
which was Harry Potter with booze.
Yes.
We didn't know it, but when we got there, we found out that everything was going to happen in a theater. It's a small
Oh.
theater on Las Olas,
Okay. Okay.
and it felt weird. Like the seating there was only 5 wide, and no, sorry, it was in the lower levels it was 6 wide, but it was 5 wide going higher up. Where we were around the middle, it was only 5 seats per row, and it was 3 of us. So we were gonna. I was worried because on the bottom levels I saw that they had 2 seats on either side that people can sit in, and then the 2 middle seats were blocked off to keep social distancing.
Uh-huh.
But on our end, when on our side, they didn't have that.
Oh.
All 5 seats were occupied. So the person who was sitting on the rightmost seat was right next to somebody,
Oh, that's
and
not
that
cool.
person wasn't wearing a mask. And forget about the whole politics about whether or not we should be wearing masks or stuff like that. Going to a movie theater now is a dicey situation because being so close to people after being told for so long that maybe you shouldn't be so close to people you don't know,
No,
that
it's a
makes
scary
it
situation. I do agree.
it's a dicey situation. It's not one that I want to be playing with right now. When things get better, I already promised a friend of mine that I was going to take her to Cine Bistro again because we haven't gone in
Yes.
years, and I love going to Cine Bistro to watch movies.
Of course. So do I.
But I gotta wait for things to not be so sketchy.
Yeah. Let's see. But hopefully when this movie's gonna come out, I'm gonna try to go to theaters and I'm gonna give you guys at least my point of view in the theaters with my significant other. And we're gonna look at how everything looks around us in a certain theater. We might even do Cine Bistro if it's open, or do a regular theater, whichever is more convenient. But that's if. If not, I'll wait the 2 weeks to do it from home. I'm not really that much of a rush, but I do want to see this movie.
Yeah,
Pero
I don't want to see a movie so bad that I want to go out of my comfort zone to go see it.
absolutely. But I am comfortable with the fact that today also we get a new look at the Loki trailer. And oh my god, I want more, because the thing is that not only we get the new Loki trailer, but we also see that he's time traveling and breaking all the fucking rules. Like Loki is doing Loki just fucking fine. Wooly, talk to me. Like, what are your how did you feel seeing this fucking trailer? Like, to me, I was just happy. I was ecstatic. Not only for the fact that it's coming out on June 11th, but the fact that it's Loki just being the god of mischief. Please talk.
I'll tell you what.
Yes.
I was like, I sort of kind of understood what the show was going to be about before this trailer, but now I know for sure.
Okay.
And this is going to be some crazy shit.
Talk to me.
All right, so the stuff that we already knew.
All right.
He's being held prisoner by a group that call themselves the Time Variance Authority. Now, this
All
is
right.
a comic book thing.
Time
The
cops,
TVA,
pretty much.
yeah, they're basically time cops. That's just the short and sweet.
Yeah.
The reason why they got him is because when he grabbed the, remember, this is not the original timeline Loki. That timeline was that Loki was killed by Thanos in Infinity War.
Smacked.
Spoiler alert! If I really need to say that.
Yeah. Right.
Right. This Loki is the one from the alternate reality that the Avengers went into when they went on their time heist. When they went to get the Tesseract that Tony lost, and he grabbed while he was, imprisoned by the Avengers to hand them over to Shield, and he peace out. That's that Loki. And evidently, when he did that, he opened up a bunch of holes in the timeline. And the TVA's job is, well, we need to fix that. They're supposed to close all those open holes. So they grabbed Loki because he's going to help them do it. So this show is going to be basically What's the name of that show from the 80s? Oh my God, the one with Scott Bakula. I forgot the fucking name of the show.
Remember.
You cannot trust my 50-year-old lizard brain to remember things.
Oh,
People
wait
are
a minute.
screaming
Quantum
it right
Leap?
now. Yes.
There we go.
This is basically Quantum Leap in Disney Plus.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And
Yes.
and of course, because this is a Disney Plus show, there is an assload of Easter eggs. Like, quick one. You remember you saw in one scene that they were walking and you see their backs and you see that he's wearing some kind of jacket or something that says variant on it?
Yes.
Well, that's the TVA's way of marking who is a person in the proper timeline and who's a variant. In other words, a copy of that person from another timeline. For example, the Thanos that the Avengers fought in Endgame, he's a variant. He's a Thanos from 5 years in the past who jumped into their timeline. So is Gamora. Shit. Those are variants. Loki is just another variant. And so that's how they're going to be talking about people that are out of their own timeline. I don't know if you saw there was one scene that it looks like, he's in some field and behind him is a destroyed city.
Yeah, I remember.
That's New York.
What?
You know how I know that's New York?
How?
Avengers Tower is there.
Oh, shit.
So there's some shit going on here.
Oh, my God. Okay.
And there's a possibility that other Lokis that we see, like President Loki,
that's
the one with the Loki pin.
Yeah.
That could be a variant too.
Huh.
So yeah,
Dude, I mean, tell you, I'm actually
this
impressed.
is going to be pretty insane, and it's also supposed to have some early housekeeping to introduce Kang the Conqueror.
Ooh.
Who's going to be introduced in Ant-Man 3.
Okay. I love this, bro. I love this how they're just bringing everything together, man.
I just listen. I like the directions they go with these shows. WandaVision was some what the fuck is going on kind of mess, which was entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
The Falcon and Winter Soldier, typical military style espionage shit. And now with Loki, yeah, there's gonna be, as you said, Quantum Realm.
Interesting. I can't wait. And also something that we had to talk about, and it happened on Saturday. We got the first look at Space Jam New Legacy's trailer, which I'm not even pretty much fond of. But within the news, we also get Zendaya. She's playing Lola Bunny with some important changes to the character alone. And the first thing that we notice in the trailer is that Lola Bunny is not wearing a crop top and, nothing. She's just actually wearing like the actual basketball gear. Director Malcolm D. Lee said that Lola was inappropriately depicted in the 1996 movie because she was wearing a crop top and it's overall not politically correct, he told Entertainment Weekly. This is a kids movie, and why is she in a crop top? Look, I'm gonna stop right there because I'm not getting mad, but the thing is that he's really going after a rabbit in a crop top, which is kind of empowering the woman how she wants to be, known. Because if we remember the movie correctly, she hated to be called doll, and she whooped all the asses, all of it. She could play ball pretty good. Didn't matter what she was wearing. Now, in between this movie and the 1996 version, I don't really care about the outfit. All I care about is the character playing the character, and if she's still a badass. But if we're gonna be very picky about certain things. If you think that she was dressed inappropriately and this is a kids movie, then why the fuck are we worried about that and not about this chick's WAP song and there's a bunch of kids dancing to that, loving that damn song, or the fact they took out Pepe Le Pew from the movie and added these guys from the Willie, help me out here.
Okay,
Orange.
A Clockwork Orange.
There we go. A Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that one up.
Please, let's go.
Go ahead. No. So
No. I'm done. I'm just kind of like, it kind of pisses me off when people are like saying things like that. I'm like, wait. This is the part they drew the line. The rabbit with the crop top, which didn't really matter because she's playing ball anyways. And just being a woman herself and being, strong about herself, which is awesome. A woman with that much power and that much confidence to wear things like that and still play ball, amazing. But if you're gonna say this it's a kids movie and it's politically incorrect, I feel that there's a difference between politically incorrect and being a moron about a cartoon. But that's just my opinion. That's my opinion. Willie, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Personally, before we go any further, yes. I hate it because it sounds like I'm being dismissive of everything.
Yeah.
I don't care. the whole trend of changing the way female characters look to be more representative or to be less fetishizing, has been going on for a while. The developers at NetherRealm Studios got shit because Katana doesn't have huge boobies anymore in Mortal Kombat.
Oh wow, huge shocker. I'm done.
Every once in a while, a game from Japan will be localized for the US market, and they censor something on the cover, and people lose their minds. And now the same thing is happening now with Lola Bunny. And all I have to say is, listen, guys, how about stop jerking off to cartoon characters?
Yeah.
How about don't worry about whether or not the animated rabbit has boobs? You know that they don't have boobs in real life, right?
Yeah.
Because they don't. Like, if that was their artistic choice, that's their artistic choice. We have to live with it. And if we don't like it, we can go ahead and say, all right, we don't like it, but put your pitchforks down. That's not the issue to get pissed off about.
That's absolutely correct.
That really is not the issue. And as far as the thing about whether or not our kids are listening to WAP, considering that you and I grew up listening to, such wonderful anthems as "We Want Some Pussy,"
yeah,
and that I swear before Christ, okay, my wedding song for my most recent wedding was Aknel's "Put It in Your Mouth," and that was done extremely tongue-in-cheek because it was funny as shit. I don't take offense to those things. I don't care. Now, what I do wonder is something that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers said, okay, we can't put Pepe Le Pew in there because people had outrage about, Pepe Le Pew, who's always been depicted as pretty rapey in the cartoons.
Okay.
That's not cool to have Pepe Le Pew in the movie. You know what? I get it. Pepe Le Pew, yes, it was a character that I really enjoyed when I was a kid because I thought it was funny. I didn't really understand what was going on. He is a bit rapey.
Just a bit.
Just a scotch.
Just a little, yeah.
That's like saying that if you get hit by a tidal wave, you're gonna be a little moist.
Yeah.
That being said, if you look towards the end of the trailer, you see that, first of all, every Warner's character that's ever existed is in this movie.
Yeah.
So the comparisons to Ready Player One are apt.
Yeah.
But among the ones that I saw, and the ones that I see include the Flintstones.
Of course.
Captain Caveman.
Chitara. Yes.
Blue Falcon.
Yep.
And Space Ghost.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, and the White Walkers from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You see the Droogs. The gang in A Clockwork Orange that, oh yeah, by the way, are rapists. Not the implied rapists that funnily get pushed aside. No, their one scene in Clockwork Orange really got everybody's panties in a bunch back when it first came out because it was a very graphic rape scene.
Extremely graphic.
So, okay. The rapey skunk? No. We gotta take them out. But those white dudes that actually rape? All right.
Yeah.
Look at them. They're having fun.
But wait a minute. Let's even cut a little deeper on that part. We also see the Mask from Jim Carrey's movie, and he was a little bit of rapey as well to Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz. He was slightly rapey. Yes, he was.
Yeah, and then we also have Pennywise in there who eats fucking children.
Now, I mean, we can go all day with this.
Oh,
you just got to figure out. You got to figure out the line that you want to draw. Bugs Bunny was kind of rapey.
To Carrots or to Daffy?
No, he's just kind of rapey. All cartoon characters back in the day with the auga and the eyes.
Yeah.
And the objectifying women, that happened all the time. Tom.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he played piano. I guess, that made him better. But he was rapey too.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't think of Tom as rapist because, what you think of mostly is Jerry dropping 2,000-pound objects on him.
Yeah. Because I guess
which
it had
is objectively funny.
I'm going to be honest. It almost felt like there was a balance because they didn't just go, let's go full rapey. Really. But they always have a balance between that, comedy, and dropping an anvil.
It's not really a thing of a balance because the rapiness didn't define Tom, didn't define Bugs Bunny. It didn't really define most of the cartoon characters. Yeah, you have the big bad wolf, which absolutely rapey.
Yeah.
But being a rapist, being a hardcore douchey male is all Pepe Le Pew is known for.
Yeah.
That and being French, which I don't know is worse.
But if we're going to be honest about something, in the 1996 version of Space Jam, he wasn't rapey at all. All he was doing is doing his typical, the I stink, and he'll talk in his French language. He wasn't even chasing nobody. The only thing he did that I found it hilarious is the part when they threw the ball up. It was right on the rim. He kissed it, and it went down.
Yeah.
Which I was like, okay, they could have pretty much got him and do the same thing ish, kind of, in that manner. I just found it like, it's like, dude, you're gonna take out the skunk. There's a cartoon skunk, but you're gonna add some real guys there that did some crazy shit. Yeah.
Well, that's not even make it a political issue. It doesn't have to be a political thing. It doesn't have to be a thing about whether or not it's empowerment or anything like that. It's simple. You're taking out one character because he's rapey.
Yeah.
And then you're going to leave in the professional rapists.
Yeah.
I mean, why not just put Harvey Weinstein in there?
Why not? I mean, might as well.
Right? Yeah, that's a horrible thing, and I feel terrible for saying it because that man is filth. That man is fucking trash. Mm-hmm. But how is he any different than the Droogs?
Right.
But hey, they're cheering. It's fine.
Yeah. No. Oh, what is bringing that much money? Sure, why not?
I'm sure that enough people have been crowing about this that Warner's, if they haven't made a statement yet, they're gonna make a statement saying, "Oops, our bad. We'll take them out."
Yeah.
Because really, it's not that important.
No, dude, at all. But is it something to point out? Because you're gonna be like, "Oh, cool, they have it," but then when you see it, like, wait, go back one more time. Who did I just see there?
Yeah. I mean, in no definition of intelligence, in no way, in no scenario would it be okay. Would someone go and say, you know what? I think putting those guys who drink milk and rape women, that'll be a good thing for a movie.
Yeah, why not? There's a bunch of kids going to watch anyways. They're going to question it. Who knows?
Now, they're probably not even going to see it. The ones that are making a big deal about this, remember, are us.
Well, yeah. And that's funny that you point that out because I'm going to say this again, like I wrote in a little page that we did on Instagram. It took me a couple of tries to see that clip because it was going so fast and it was a fraction of a hair that I noticed it. And I was like, whoa, wait, what's this? And I had to go back little by little to notice it because the first time around when I first saw it, I'm like, ugh, this freaking movie. And I'm not even interested in it. But then going back and watching it. Yeah, go ahead.
The first time I saw it, I completely dismissed it.
Yeah.
I was not. I mean, I don't care for sequels way after the original. Beforehand, making it a Space Jam movie, I really didn't care.
Yeah.
Like I was like, all right, whatever. Whoever likes this, go ahead. LeBron, all right, you want to have your go right ahead. But then, you do the thing that you do as a nerd.
Yeah.
All right. This is going to be a Warner Brothers thing, and they're going to have all these characters here. Let me see who I can pick out.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
because it's a typical thing.
I had a little giggle when I saw Space Ghost.
Of course,
I'm like,
I
okay, cool, the
loved.
Mystery Machine.
You know, it's funny. You giggle about that. I love the fact when I saw Captain Caveman, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
yes, okay,
yeah. Captain Caveman's there. All right, that's cool. And not just Captain Caveman, all the Hanna-Barbera characters. Yogi was there. The Flintstones were there. I'm like, all right, you know what?
huh,
Okay, that's a nice. I mean, do they have to be there? I don't care. They're there.
no. And then also the
And
fact that they established that everything had its own universe. Like you had the Batman and Superman universe, you had the Hanna-Barbera universe, then you had like certain movies. They also have a Game of Thrones universe. I was like, okay, that looks pretty. Again, Ready Player One. That's a pretty cool thing to see as well. Not too interested in it, but I thought it was actually a pretty cool thing to see.
and there's nothing wrong with that because yeah, Ready Player One did it.
Yeah.
But Ralph Breaks the Internet did it, and everybody loved that, especially the whole part of the princesses.
That is really true. Very true, Willie. Very true.
So yeah, you're playing to nostalgia and to our love of nerd culture. I have no problem with that. Pander to me. It's the only chance you have of me seeing this godforsaken movie.
I'm still gonna watch it regardless anyway.
And I mean, you just sit there and look at all the references. The Penguin was there.
Yeah,
The Adam, the Burt Ward Robin from the 1960 Batman. He was there.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go. I saw Chitara. I saw Blue Falcon, and then I started looking at other people that they were doing their stuff, and evidently the references go deep.
Very.
Like one character looks like a Betty Davis character from an old school movie, but then you see the Droogs, and it's like you can't come back from that one. Because again, they made a big deal about we promise Pepe Le Pew won't be there because we understand that he doesn't set a good example.
Yeah. And also, let's not forget when they're trying to bring up a big stink about Speedy Gonzalez, Fluffy nailed him. To be honest, he just nailed him.
Well, I mean, let's be 100% fair. He has a vested interest because he is voicing Speedy, but he also brings up a good point. To some people it might look like objectifying because it is a Mexican stereotype, yes, but at the same time, sometimes the people who are being stereotyped co-opt your shit.
Yeah,
because Speedy Gonzalez, let's be serious, is fucking badass. Now you're talking about Slowpoke Rodriguez. That's something else.
Well, that was something very different, but
that's an absolute stereotype.
That's another story.
But even he was funny.
Yeah, he was.
But still, I mean, we can again. You can, I don't like the political aspect that people throw into this, like throwing politics into it. Let's just talk about straight up common sense. You don't want rapists in your movie? Okay, how about you take out the actual rapists? That's just an idea.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, man. But you know what, man? I think
and for all of you that are worried about because Lola Bunny doesn't have boobs anymore. Really?
Is that your concern?
The hill you're gonna die on? You want a hashtag bring back Lola's boobs? Really? That's a campaign you want to get behind? I love boobs. I'm on the record saying I love boobs.
I'm gonna have to say it as well. The majority of the men that
a large majority of men, I might say more than a plurality. It's almost unanimous. You always gotta have those weirdos, but majority of men, they're fond of boobs.
You know what? Let's name it. Cut it out. Even the majority of women as well.
Some women obsess way too much over boobs, and you know what? I do too. We could you know what? Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about boobs. The conversation will get really awkward really quick.
Oh yeah,
we'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm down. Maybe I don't need boobs on everything. Maybe. Maybe if an animated character has or doesn't have them, maybe it's not the end of the world because they're cartoon characters.
Yeah. You know what? Let them add Jessica Rabbit to the game. Let's see how that fixes things.
Roger Rabbit was rapey. I guess that's what we're going to talk about now.
No, we're just gonna leave it like that for our viewers. And you know what?
You
To
know
be
what?
honest,
This is a
well,
good time for you to throw in the segue. I think that we've creeped out people enough to where the segue is actually warranted now. Just please clear those pipes. Let's hear
all
it.
right. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go with this joke. This nipple is brought to you by D2D. Use promo
Wow.
code.
Is it a pierced nipple? Because that might be a changer. That
use
may change things.
use promo code MIAGeeks10 to save 10% on your next purchase order. That's MIAGEKS10. All in caps. Description down below, guys. Before we, oh my god, before we get started, yeah, sure. Make sure to hit
Before we
like,
get
comment,
started,
subscribe. Yeah, that's how I am as red as my screen right now. I'm everywhere. Look, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just to know what comes. This amazing news, which is 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I guys,
I can feel the heat from your redness here.
guys, make sure to hit. I already said that part. Make sure to comment down below. Make sure to comment down below. Let us know your thoughts about this and our last topic. We would love to hear your thoughts and let's talk about it. But until then, guys,
I think it should be a drinking game. Drink every time Willie says something that makes Gabs get awkward.
oof.
That should be a drinking game. What do you guys think?
All right. If that's the case, then I know they won't be pissed drunk, but they're gonna be at least at a good tipsy level. Because there's sometimes I'm like I'll counter with it, but this one took the cake. This one today took the fucking cake. I'm actually all shades of red right now.
If everyone were to take a shot every time I said something that might be awkward, there'd be deaths. Ladies and gentlemen, don't do that. Don't do that. I think I'm the only one that can tolerate such a drinking game. Like about a month and a half ago, I did a drinking game. I thought I was gonna die.
Oh my god!
I took 16 shots of Fireball.
Oh shush! Oh my god!
But that's neither here nor there.
Oh, of course. But guys, being that Willie's done that for us, thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Peace.
Bah.